There's a specific reason you keep breaking promises to yourself. It's not laziness. It's not lack of discipline. It's a loop your brain learned by accident. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to break it. Stick around, because the fix is smaller than you think. You wake up already tired. Not because you stayed up all night. Not because you did something exhausting. You just wake up with that strange weight sitting on your chest. The kind you can't really explain to anybody without sounding dramatic. You reach for your phone before your feet even touch the floor. You tell yourself you'll scroll for 5 minutes. Then 20 minutes disappear. You finally get up. Coffee, messages, maybe the laptop, and you know exactly what you're supposed to do. There's an email you've been avoiding, a project you've been putting off, a workout you promised yourself you'd restart, maybe a class you need to finish, a business idea you've been talking about for months, a resume sitting unfinished in a folder. You look at all of it and think, I'll do it in a little while. A little while becomes lunch, then afternoon, then evening. And by the time you're lying in bed, you're angry at yourself because you know you could have done more. So you make a promise. Tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow you'll wake up early, work out, stop wasting time, finally get serious. For a few minutes, you actually believe yourself. Then morning comes, and somehow you're right back where you started. That cycle can run for months, sometimes years. And here's the part nobody talks about. It's not the unfinished work that hurts the most. Sunday night was when the motivation hit. He'd sit on the couch and build the perfect plan. Gym Monday through Friday, no junk food. Wake up at 6, read every night, save more money, work on the side hustle, sleep before 11. Monday morning, excited. Tuesday, still going. Wednesday, tired. Thursday, skips the gym. Friday, tells himself he'll make up for it Saturday. Saturday, he sleeps late. Guilt hits. By Sunday night, disappointed again. So he writes an even stricter plan. That was Marcus's pattern. He kept increasing the size of the promise, thinking size would fix the behavior. It never did. If any part of that sounds familiar, you're not broken. Keep watching, because what happened next is the actual turning point. One night, exhausted from work, Marcus came home to a half-finished project on his laptop, dishes in the sink, laundry on the chair, and a gym bag packed 3 days earlier still sitting by the door. He just sat down, not crying, not a breakdown, just tired of constantly feeling behind. He opened his phone and scrolled. A photo of an old friend who'd completely changed his life popped up. Healthier, happier. That familiar punch hit his stomach. He's disciplined. I'm not. But then he remembered. That friend hadn't transformed overnight. Months earlier, he wasn't impressive either. He'd simply kept showing up. That thought bothered Marcus, because it meant maybe he wasn't missing some secret. Maybe he was making the whole thing harder than it needed to be. The next morning, instead of another giant plan, Marcus did something almost embarrassingly small. He put on his shoes. That's it. No 2-hour workout. No new person speech. Just shoes and a 10-minute walk. And strangely, that tiny action felt different. Not because 10 minutes changed his body, but because it changed the story he was telling himself. For the first time in a long time, he made a promise to himself and kept it. Next day, he walked again. Added 5 minutes. A few days later, the gym. He barely knew what he was doing. He went home anyway. That was the first crack in the cycle. This is where most people get it backwards. They think discipline begins when you force yourself into something massive. It usually starts much earlier, when you make the next action small enough that your brain stops arguing with you. If you've spent months avoiding something, telling yourself to suddenly become unstoppable is almost guaranteed to fail. Your brain doesn't trust the person making those promises anymore. You've said tomorrow too many times. So stop asking for a lifetime commitment. Ask for 10 minutes. Not, I'm working out every day for the rest of my life. Just, I'm moving my body for 10 minutes today. Not, I'm building my business. Open the document. Work 15 minutes. Not, I'm becoming a reader. Read 3 pages. Not, I'm fixing my whole life. Clean 1 corner of the room. One honest action beats 100 promises you don't keep. And there's a second piece almost nobody mentions. This one matters just as much as the first. Make the first step ridiculously obvious. Clothes by the bed if you want to work out. Document left open if you want to write. Don't make your first decision of the day a fight against a kitchen full of junk food. Phone across the room if you're trying to focus. Don't rely on willpower when you can change the environment. Your surroundings are quietly voting for the person you're becoming, sometimes against you. You don't need more motivation. You need fewer obstacles. Marcus changed one more thing. He stopped measuring success by how much he accomplished and started measuring it by whether he showed up. Before, 3 hours of work still felt like failure if the list wasn't finished. Now, 20 minutes counted. A bad day and 5 minutes counted. Starting even when he didn't feel like it counted more. He wasn't training productivity. He was rebuilding trust with himself. That might be exactly what you need right now. Not a new personality. Not a perfect routine. Trust. Every broken promise teaches you your own words don't mean much. Every kept promise, even a tiny one, sends the opposite message. I said I'd do this. And I did. Confidence doesn't always come before action. Sometimes it's the receipt you get after keeping a promise. If this loop sounds like your last 6 months, you're not alone in this. Drop a comment with the one thing you keep saying tomorrow to. Might be the push you need to actually start today. Marcus still messed up. That matters. Because this isn't one of those stories where someone discovers discipline on Tuesday and wakes up at 5 every morning for the next 10 years. Real change isn't that clean. 3 weeks in, a brutal work week hit. He missed 2 workouts, then 3, ordered takeout, stayed up late. Friday night, he looked at his calendar and felt the old disappointment creeping back. Old Marcus would have said, well, I blew it. And once the day felt ruined, the whole weekend usually went with it. Instead, he noticed the thought, almost laughed at it. He realized he'd been treating a bad week like a personality diagnosis. 3 missed workouts didn't mean he was lazy. It meant he missed 3 workouts. That's all. A bad decision doesn't need a dramatic meaning attached to it. Eat badly at lunch. You don't need Monday to eat well again. Miss Monday's workout? Tuesday isn't canceled. Waste 2 hours? The next hour is still available. Fall off for a week? Restart today. This is exactly where most people quietly lose years. Not from the mistakes themselves, but from turning mistakes into excuses to stay stuck. There's a huge difference between I messed up today and this is just who I am. The first describes an event. The second builds a prison. Marcus went back to the gym Saturday morning. No punishment workout. No 2-hour makeup session. Just his normal routine. That decision mattered more than any perfect streak because he was learning how to return. And that's the actual skill. Not staying perfect. Coming back after you don't. Eventually the small actions got easier. The walk that once required an argument with himself became normal. 15 minutes of work became 30. 30 became an hour. He started waking up earlier. Not by force, but because he had a reason to get up. Apartment cleaner. Work improving. A little weight lost. More money saved. The side project finally moving. None of it happened because he became a different person overnight. It happened because he stopped demanding proof of transfer. You act first. Your brain collects the evidence after. You don't need to feel like a runner before you walk. You just walk. You don't need to feel like an entrepreneur before you build. You just build. You don't need confidence before you start. You start. Confidence catches up. There will still be days when nothing feels good. Tired days. Distracted days. Days your mind is begging for the easy option. Don't expect those to disappear. Build a system that survives them. Make the minimum so small the chain never breaks. 10 push-ups. 5 minutes of writing. 2 pages. A walk around the block. 20 minutes without your phone doing the thing you've been avoiding. The minimum isn't there to impress anyone. It's there to keep you connected to the person you're becoming. More energy, do more. Less energy, keep the promise small. That's how consistency survives real life. Because real life isn't a curated morning routine. It's traffic, deadlines, bad sleep, family stress, bills, arguments, sick days, and random Tuesdays where you just don't have it. If your system only works when life is easy, it's not a system. It's a fantasy. And stop comparing your beginning to somebody else's highlight reel. You don't know what they struggled with, how long they've practiced, or what their life looked like before the camera turned on. You're using their results as evidence against yourself. That's not fair. Your only useful comparison is you versus the version of you who kept postponing everything. 10-minute walk today? You won. Finally opened that email? You won. 15 focused minutes instead of an hour of scrolling? You won. Small from the outside, not small inside your life. They're votes for the person you're becoming. You don't need 100 today. You need 1. Then another tomorrow. There'll come a morning you don't even think about it. You'll just get up, put on your shoes, open the laptop, make the call, do the work, not because you're more special than before, but because repetition made it familiar. Something that once felt impossible starts to feel ordinary. That's the quiet part of change. It rarely feels dramatic while it's happening. Sometimes life gets better so slowly you don't notice until you look back. The room's cleaner, your body feels different, the bank account's less scary, the work is moving, you're sleeping better, keeping promises. And you realize you haven't felt completely stuck in a long time. Not because every problem disappeared, because you stopped running from every uncomfortable feeling. Discomfort doesn't mean stop. Boredom doesn't mean stop. A bad day doesn't mean stop. Sometimes the feeling is just the price of moving forward. And that part, nobody can do it for you. Eventually it's just you, the uncomfortable task, and one decision. Avoid it again, or take one step. That moment is where your life actually starts changing. Not when you feel ready. Not Monday. Not the new year. Right here, in the middle of an ordinary day. You don't have to fix everything tonight. You don't need to become unrecognizable overnight. You just need to stop making your next decision responsible for your entire future. Make it responsible for the next 10 minutes. That's manageable. 10 minutes can change a day. Enough days can change a year. Enough years can change a life. So if you've been calling yourself lazy, try a more honest question instead. What have I been avoiding because it makes me uncomfortable? What's one small action that would make it easier to face? Not the impressive promise. The real one. The one you can actually keep even if motivation is nowhere to be found. Then do it. And when you're done, don't raise the bar immediately. Let yourself notice it. You said you'd do something. You did it. That's where rebuilding begins. Tomorrow, do it again. If tomorrow doesn't go well, come back the day after. No dramatic reset. No self-hatred. No waiting for a perfect Monday. Just return. Again and again. That's how people actually change. Not in one giant moment, but in hundreds of ordinary ones nobody else sees. If this helped even a little, subscribe. I put out videos like this every week for anyone trying to build a life that actually holds up on the hard days. And if you're starting something tonight, no matter how small, drop it in the comments. Say it out loud, then go do it.